G'day, Vlad here, how's it going? So today I'm going to be playing an arena game and I'm going to aim for Spanish villages in Imperial Age with Supremacy and Sappers. So my plan is to just have a crap ton of villagers, spread them out, rip everything down with villagers. Have some spears there to deal with the Frankish cavalry, which I'm expecting them to make. And I'm going to get there by going a 2-castle defense, because I'm expecting to be castle dropped, hit with petards, and have cavalry run in to raid my eco. So we'll skip all the way to Castle Age. Let's see what he's doing here. I had a pretty standard Feudal and Dark Age. So I did notice he built 3 houses off the bat. It's a bit of an unusual move, but I'm not going to criticize him because, you know, he might be a better player than me, and it's very awkward criticizing someone who's a better player. So yeah, this is normally how I do things. I've got a lot of villagers on stone for the 2 defensive castles. Right, my goodness, I'm in Castle Age, and so I'm building this castle to defend. I saw his scout here, so I know he's going to castle drop here. So, and you can see I'm building a wall. That's how I like to defend against castle drops if I'm booming. Castle there, wall here, wall there, so they can't just run past a castle. And it's not a castle, it's a TC. He built a Ford TC and is mining stone here. Alright. So my eco's looking a little bit better than his, but he's got the higher score. Now I did notice something weird. He's got 1 man-at-arms. I think this is the only man-at-arms he trains the whole game, so... Oh, there we go. We missed it, but there was a petard drop, and then he went in with knights, only to realise no cigar and run back out. But I think this is the only man-at-arms he creates the whole game, and he got the upgrade for it. Alrighty, so he's also built a Ford Monastery, and he is going to win the Relic War, because I'm not even going to contest it. It's a big risk contesting the Relic War, because you can end up with nothing and having spent resources on the monastery and some monks. He's got the high score. I've now got 3 TCs to his 2. 72 villagers from me, 45 from him, so I'm way ahead on the villager count. But he's just clicked Imperial Age with a castle on my face. Alright, so let's see how that goes. I'm just booming. My eco's looking pretty good. His eco isn't going great, but I'm not sure that really matters if you're about to hit Imperial Age. So I was not expecting this, and at this stage I don't know it, but he's got a lot of skirmishes. So he must have seen the 2 castles and mistaken them as a sign that I'm going to build conquistadors, when really they're just there purely for defensive purposes. He's got some knights, and I'm going for spears at this stage because my plan is to run in with villagers and spears. And at this point of the game I'm like crap, because my eco is very powerful. I've got a lot of vils, but the problem is I've got way too much gold and not enough food and wood. And now he's got another castle on me, and he's queuing trebs, and I'm just killing 4 vils at a time and spears at this stage. Nowhere near Imperial Age. You look over my base, there's no real military, and I'm in a bit of a spot of bother. Here he comes with the trebs. Look at this. I'm building spears only in villages. He's got a lot of skirmishes. He's got knights, and he's got scorpions. Second treb here. So he's hitting a house. It looks like he's targeting pop space. No, he's hitting the castle. So scores are very even, but I can't hit him back, and I've got no real way of defending against this. So he has got me by the balls, and his thick, muscular blacksmith hands are wrapped around my scrawny, vitamin-deficient neck at the moment. Look at this. Oh my gosh. See, if he was to push in right now with his trebs, his scorpions, all of these skirmishes, and even the knights, nothing could stop him. I would be wrecked. If he were to like just bring the trebs here, hit this castle, hit this TC, hit this TC, my eco would be in an array. But instead I'm sort of expanding out here. I know it can get raided, but at least if he comes in here, he will then have to go all the way back around here to start raiding over here. So he's an Imperial Age with multiple trebuchets, skirmishes. He's got some bills here, so if he needs to, he can build forward military buildings. And I'm just about done. Just about ready to call the GG. There's not much I can do. Building houses just so I don't get pop capped. The only thing I've got going for me is I've got 140 something deals to his 60 something. Oh, look at this, just walking units into their death. Oh my goodness. Oh, and he's raiding my outside eco with knights. This is not good, this is not good, this is not good. Oh dear. Second castle's going to go down. There goes my plan to go for Imperial Age villages. So I'm building spears, like 4 spears at a time, and 4 villages at a time, and spears are not going to destroy anything that's here. So I can repel this raiding here, but he's building another castle here. He's got all these units that counter infantry really well. Scores are practically level. He's ahead in the score now. I'm still not at Imperial Age. He's got 3 trebs on me, doing a crapload of damage. Luckily, these scorpions here are not being microed well. They were moving after the villagers and it just left them sitting ducks. Not that it matters, I'm going to waltz all my army right into this danger zone here and they're all going to die. Oh my goodness. But at least I'm Imperial Age now. But wait, I got no castles. I can't build trebs to defend myself. And he's coming in with a Ford castle right in my base. I guess it's GG for good now. I do have a couple of siege workshops, building houses so I don't get completely housed. And what's this? Sending in more units to die under castle fire. Look at this. He's got a meat grinder here, and there's no real way out. Well, anyway, Maximo, I just want to say thank you for playing. I tried my best, but unfortunately it wasn't good enough. And from here it's GG. That's what I would say if I resigned, but I decided not to resign. So I figured all the stuff he's got here, he's got a couple of unupgraded knights, he's got a lot of skirmishes, he's got scorpions, and he's got quite a few trebuchets. What counters everything here? Rams and infantry. Rams, spears, champions can take care of any of this. And because of my superior eco, I decided not to quit. And look at this huge outnumber in troops. But siege rams don't take any damage really from ranged units, and they soak up all the fire. So the skirmishes are now ineffective, the castles are ineffective. He created a few throwing axemen. He should have just built more castles out here and went full throwing axemen. But I guess he must have thought the game was won already. And now very quickly, just with the troops that are trickling in, it looks like it's all over Red Rover the other way around. You cannot stop the ram train. Look at this, it looks like a little caterpillar. and they do so much damage so fast. Trebuchets are really good, they can hit things from the range, but my favourite siege unit by far is the Siege Ram. It's resistant to any ranged unit except for Onagers. Look, no damage from the Scorpions. It soaks up fire, it does massive damage against buildings, and all of these hits that could be taken by my infantry just get taken by those siege rams. So in very quick succession, it went from looking like my game was over to looking like his game is over. I mean, what's he doing with this knight? He's sending it to the battle. No, he's sending it into raid. Probably won't last very long. Let's see. No, it didn't last long. Look at all this. His whole forward base, everything is destroyed. I've now got all this eco, and his eco is crap. So this win here for me was entirely an eco win. I was on the ropes, I had no military, I was being trebbed down. I was in Castle Age a lot longer than my opponent, who went up to Imperial Age quite fast. And just in an instant, the whole game just flips. That's why you've got to go for the throat of your opponent. Once you break the balance of power and you're winning, you've really got to go for the throat, because even an average 1000 elo player, and sometimes below like myself, can come back and win if you don't snuff them out completely. So really, he should have taken all of his units out here. As soon as he got through, he should have just pushed straight in and just wiped me out. I wouldn't have been able to do anything. Now instead, in the matter of just a couple minutes, Gonski. Goodbye. Thank you very much. Thanks for playing. Anyway, please remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And please leave me some constructive feedback on how I can make the channel better, how I can improve audio or the way I show you the game. And just have a lovely day. See you later, mate.